Welcome to my first actual video. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is my first actual YouTube video. The first one was a fluke, so ignore it. We're going to be talking about protein powder, but before we get into it, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Kamisha Blackburn. I got certified to be an integrative nutrition health coach from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. I have also went through my own journey of healing my hormone imbalances, and right now we're on a gym journey. So we're going to be talking about protein powder, and there is a lot of protein powder out there. Information that is thrown at you. I'm going to simplify it. We are just going to try to simplify it to be as digestible as possible. I might get grilled in the comments, and that is okay. To everybody, it's to each its own. I'm just here to give you the knowledge that I know and to give you my own thoughts. If you don't like them, that's okay. So the first protein powder, I actually used EHP labs in 2021, 2022, around that time. I used some of the protein powder. I mostly just used their fat burner instead of pre-workout because it was most of the time the only fat burner that I could take on an empty stomach, and it didn't make me sick. But I've noticed that they are gaining a lot of popularity with their OxyShred fat burner. So we are going to talk about that protein. So this is their protein. This is just an example. It is their vanilla ice cream protein powder, which honestly would sound delicious, right? So as we look at their ingredients, I don't know if you can see it there. It has, we like the non-GMO. Non-GMO is great. We do not like anything that is genetically modified. But first red flag is natural flavors. Don't know what's in the natural flavors. It could be anything. You could reach out to the company asking them to disclose what's in their natural flavors. If companies do disclose to you what natural flavors they use in their natural flavor ingredients, I would give that company kind of like a light green, kind of yellow flag, just because even though they're using it, they're still at least transparent about it when they are, or at least they'll disclose it when asked. The next is their gum blend. Should I say any more? Let's say more. In their gum blend, they have cellulose gum, I don't even know how to say that, xanthan gum, and carrageen. If you have problems saying those words, if any ingredients, maybe you shouldn't get the product. What else? Sucralose, sugar, and then prohydrolase. I will say I did try to look up prohydrolase, and there was not a lot of information that I could find that was like scientifically or medically out there, which that just tells me is that there's not a lot of information on it. So why is it in the protein powder? So the next one, girly pops, besties, fatties, I'm so sorry to do this to you. Bloom protein powder, and I will give them a light green yellow flag. Out of all the other protein powders that's out there, Bloom, it really isn't that bad in comparative. Just a little surprised. That's okay. But here's in their ingredients. So in the Bloom ingredients, we have natural flavor, which again, you can reach out to Bloom and ask them to provide the ingredient list of what is ever in the natural flavors. Please do so. What else is in there? Silicone dioxide. Now, that word in its own seems kind of scary. What is silicone dioxide? And why is it in the protein powder? I will say I have seen silicone dioxide in some spices, like in like a chili spice that I've had before. Yes. And then silicone for anti-foam. Bloom, I really have some questions. Why? This is the only protein powder, like the that's very name brand that's out there that actually contains silicone in their ingredients list. I have some questions. So the next one, and I don't really know how popular it is. I just know at my job, I've seen a bunch of people use it, is Ghost. And I will admit, Ghost has some very delicious sounding flavor options. You know, if you're going to have to ingest some protein powder, why not make it taste good? The thing with the Ghost protein powder ingredients, and I will say, if you make it hard to find your ingredients online, I'm judging you. So, with the Ghost protein powder ingredients, we have, oh my goodness, where do we even start? Sugar, the Lucky Charms, sugar, corn syrup, why? Natural and artificial flavors. Natural and artificial flavors. You have cellulose gum and xanthan gum, and sucralose, which is another type of sugar, or another name for sugar. Why do we need so much sugar in protein powder? Why? So, next victim. Actually, I lied. They're not even a victim. It is Ancient Nutrition bone broth protein. And from the research that I've done, this is Dr. Axe's brand. And it's supposed to support healthy gut and joints. Let's see. So this is their ingredient list. So we, dairy free, that's good. Grass-fed and pasture-raised. We love that. Love grass-fed and pasture-raised. And then when you look at the ingredients, you have natural chocolate flavor with other natural flavor. Again, what is in that natural flavor? And then you have xanthan gum. So, we'll give it a light green flag. It could do without at least the gum that's in there. But other than that, again, comparative to the other protein powders that are out there, this is a pretty good one. So the one that I am currently trying out, I don't know how I feel about it, but I like the ingredients. So the protein powder I'm currently using right now is Levels Protein. Surprisingly, my wife found this protein. I am very shocked. So they have a grass-fed whey protein. We already love it. We love the grass-fed whey. We love that. Also in their ingredients is vanilla extract, sunflower lectin, sea salt, stevia leaf extract, monk fruit extract. You could pronounce everything in that ingredient list. Now, I will say the flavor isn't really the best, but I feel like, are you wanting a clean protein powder, or are you wanting something that tastes good for when you do take it? So for me, I would like it to be a little bit of both, a little sweet, I really don't want it just artificially sweetened. I don't want or need a bunch of sugar. Lineage protein powder. And what I do love about Lineage is it is grass-fed. It is no tail organs and real fruit. So it is a complete protein. You're getting everything in there. What is in their ingredients list? Let's see. Other ingredients is grass-fed milk protein concentrate, grass-fed whey protein concentrate, organic coconut sugar, organic alkalized cocoa, sea salt milk, and that's for their chocolate. And then for their vanilla, it's just, the sea salt, as in the other ingredient. The last protein powder is Paleovalley bone broth protein. I will also say, here are their ingredients. Their ingredients are also pretty freaking good. So I mean, some of the names I feel like I would have trouble saying just because, like, they really put, like, almost like the scientific name in their ingredients list. So that is one I would definitely try. So the information on gums, right? Because you're probably like, what is all this with gums? What I've noticed with a bunch of the additives is it can basically affect your gut. I would just, before you pick up a new supplement, before you pick up a new protein powder, collagen powder, creatine powder, look at the ingredients, research the ingredients, look up the company, because what you put in your body matters. And I know a lot of girly pops nowadays, all the besties, they're taking these protein powder and maybe they are dealing with digestive issues while trying to lose weight, gain muscle, body recomposition. Your protein powder may be why. So, and if it's not that, it could be other issues. But just watch what you consume, choose better products. So, and all of this is completely non-sponsored. This is just my integrative health coach brain just wanting to help you guys. So if you have any questions, if you want me to compare any other brands or protein powders, just let me know. This was fun.